Well, life is about choices, and so is golf. And at what stage did you pick up the game?
My first time on a golf course was not something that I'd volunteered for. A friend of mine woke me up at 5 in the morning, and we were in Shanghai. It was like -2 degrees centigrade, and he got me out to the course. And that was really fun because it was a links course. It was absolutely gorgeous. And I remember shooting about 18 over par on a very windy day, and that got me really excited about the game.
Oh yeah, surely. It must have got even your friend excited about, damn, for someone to start on a day one like that.
Yeah, it was great. I did happen to lose a couple of balls though, and it was an expensive value proposition because I went without a jacket to the course.
As long as you came back with some money or a little bit of happiness, I guess.
know. Happiness, definitely.
Yeah. Just a sense of how the game has helped you, and, you know, at what stage did you start thinking that you're beginning to master it? Where would you like to go next with your game of golf? Since you're based in Bangalore, where do you play there?
I usually play the KGA.
Okay.
And the way I look at the game is, I think it's a game that brings a humility check to life. It kind of keeps you grounded. It just helps you detox, in my mind. So just coming to the golf course, looking at the greens, looking at the fairways around is a very, very, it's almost like meditation in a way. So I find that extremely relaxing. It also helps me concentrate and focus and maintain discipline. And I think a lot can be said about one's character with the way one behaves on the course. So,
how do you describe your own?
Well, I think I'm extremely passionate, love people, and I think I'm very straightforward. In fact, at times too straightforward for my own good. But I enjoy.
But that helps the business.
That helps the business. It helps being, keeping things in black and white, not having shades of grey, and just being who you naturally are.
So no one at home plays golf with you?
No one at home. My wife did try to pick up the game, but she didn't take a liking to it. She found it a little boring, just hitting a ball. So,
but with you traveling 250 days out of 365, that must be a hard task.
It is a hard task. So, balancing the family with the kind of work pressures that we have is always a tall order. And, hats off to my wife who actually tolerates it and bears up with it. But I also think it's a secret to a happy marriage. We're less in each other's face.
But it has 2012 and 2011 particularly. I'm talking about the improved crisis scenario, right? We're not completely on the recovery zone, but we're somewhere getting there. Is this becoming a more buyer's market than a seller's market?
It depends on which part of the IT landscape that you look at. So there are a lot of infrastructure players that are today, there's more a surplus of on the supply side than on the demand side. But if you look at software, and if you look at like you talked about apps, there's a huge amount of under-penetration. So wherever we go, there is opportunity, and we've usually found that if we can help create the right demand for that opportunity with the right infrastructure locally, that really helps.
Do you think that the rate of growth has somewhat plateaued even at Adobe, particularly in the Indian market context?
We've been growing steadily across the last couple of years.
And what's that growth rate?
Last year we grew globally at about 11%. And we've been doing that steadily year on year and have been innovating. So I think the biggest challenge for us today is predicting where the market's going to go, keeping ahead of the market with the right amount of innovation in our products, because our strategy is very simple. We want to create wow products that delight customers, and they become promoters of the offering by driving word of mouth.
One of the most dreaded things in golf are missing short putts. And one of the main reasons of missing short putts is that we kind of de-accelerate the shoulder action through the putting stroke.